Welcome to Bella Fountain TV. Please, as you join, remember to like the video and share. I'm just going to try and share now my Facebook page so we can let others know we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share as you come in. I'm very excited today. It's going to be an interesting one. Oh my God. I'm just going to share, guys. I'll share. Please say hi. I can see one person has joined. Say hi. Let me know who you are. And like the video. Please like the video. I'm just trying to share so we can get more people, notify more people we are live now. I know it's been on there for more than 24 hours that we're going to be on from 7 p.m. Hi. Welcome to Bella Fountain TV. If this is your first time here, why not subscribe? Tap on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so whenever I am on live or upload a video, you will not miss a thing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. As always, I'm so grateful. Thank you for always supporting your girl, and I count on your support all the time. Please remember your comments and feedback are much appreciated. Keep them coming because that's the only way I can grow and improve on myself and the channel and make sure everyone who is actually following the channel can enjoy each and every topic. Sometimes if you have a topic you want us to talk about, please do feel free to drop it and let me know and we will talk about it, okay? Please like and share. I'm just going to share the video now on Facebook. I'm just going to tag as many people as I can. I can see a couple of people watching. Please say hi. And I'm going to post now. Right. That's done. So let me get back to business. Let's see who we have in the house. Hi, Spiritus. Mama Alicia, my love. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Mama Alicia, I'm going to put you as my moderator. Oh my God, Annie, égalité. Moments more or thoughts more. Welcome, sis. It's nice to have you in the Bella house. How are you today? I hope you're doing okay. I am loving your review. Brilliant idea. I'm really loving it. You're doing a fantastic job. So please, guys, as you come in, don't forget to like and share so we can get more people to come in. I'm just going to give a 5 minutes of grace so we can get a few more people in, and then we can start with our topic for today. I'm sure you all, or a lot of you have seen the topic already. It's going to be an interesting one. I hope we can make it very interactive and we can learn from each other. Hi, Mama Alicia. I hope you're enjoying your blue jacket. How are you, my love? My very first moderator. Yes. Bless you. Bless your heart. I hope you enjoy your blue jacket. Yes. Let's see. We've got 7 people watching. Please like. I'm really excited. Today's topic. Actually, today has been a very funny day for me. I hope you all have had a fabulous day. I had a very scary situation today. I almost got into a serious car accident, but thank God nothing happened. I was really shaken, but I'm alive. So yeah, thank God for that. But I hope you all are okay. That's happened. It wasn't meant to be. It's not my portion. I'm not gonna die that way. Okay, I'm not gonna die. Hi sis Ima M. Hi Sisimo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like as you come in. Share, share, share. If you're very new, remember to subscribe to the Bella Fountain TV channel. Turn on the notification bell, so whenever I upload a video or I come live, you will not miss a thing. And if you're my returning subscriber, I thank you guys so much. You all are the reason why I keep coming, and you are the reason why I keep enjoying creating new content. Hi Yvette Moko, my sweet baby sis, I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yvette, I hope you don't mind me adding you as a moderator, darling. Is that okay, Yvette, to add you as my moderator? I hope you don't mind. Okay, perfect. Okay, great. So that's done. That's added. I'm still trying to get the hang of this, guys. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. But first of all, I think we can start. To be honest with you, I was meant to start at 7 o'clock. I'm just going to carry on because I mean, the poster was up, and other people can join us when they can. So first and foremost, can I just say a big thank you to every one of you who has subscribed to my channel. We have hit over 1,000 subscribers. Can you guys believe it? I cannot believe it. It's been literally, I think it's 2.5 months, just over 2.5 months, and we are 1,001 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. And a big shout out goes to Mommy Bree. She's been very supportive of this channel. She's encouraged me. She's pushed this channel forward, and here we are with 1,000 subscribers. I could not be grateful, and I thank you all, my positive family, for being there, for supporting me, for always giving me a shout out. You know, I couldn't have asked for a better family, and I'm really thankful for each and every one of you, the contributions that you've made to my channel. I am forever indebted to you all. So this smile you see here is a massive smile of gratitude. I am so Auntie Titi, we are 1K. Yes, Auntie Titi. 1K, yes. Positivity pays. It pays. Platform for tomorrow. Welcome, darling. Positivity pays. To be honest with you, when I started this channel, I didn't even know how it was going to happen. When I look at the all the criteria of being able to go live, and I thought, oh my god, 1,000, when is that ever going to happen? Thanks, Yvette. When is that ever going to happen? But here we are, 1,000 and counting. It can only get better. It can only get better. That's just telling me that you all love my content, and you all want me to carry on with this channel, and I will appreciate you all to keep giving those constructive feedbacks. Keep them coming. I really do appreciate it. I don't take any single compliment or feedback for granted. I don't. So thank you all so much. Thank you all. Right, we're still moving forward with the great things. Yes, we are, darling. We are. So anyway, so before I continue, actually, I know some of you are suffering from fertility issues, menstrual pains, you know, menstrual cramp, and also some people fibroids. It's very common with the Afro-Caribbean community, and your remedy is around the corner. Bridget Benjamin Natural Remedy has come to save the day. So if you're struggling with any of these health issues, please contact me. There's a remedy that's actually being produced by Mommy Bridget Benjamin, and it's doing a fantastic job. It is. If you ever suffered from this, you would understand what I mean. It's very uncomfortable. It's very painful. It's almost like it takes your life away. So why not try her? Give it a go. And she's actually doing a promotion now where if you buy two of the bags of the natural remedy, you get a discount. I don't know if it's 10 or 20% discount, and also you get a free mug and a teaspoon very posh luxury teacup. So please contact me on Facebook or contact Bridget Benjamin directly on Facebook if you want to place your order. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Auntie Titi, we are at 1,000. Pretty. Welcome, darling sis. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, I had a very scary situation today. I almost had a serious car accident, but thank God it didn't happen. I was really shaking. I walked in tears, but that was just because I was so scared. You know, when things like that happen, you put a lot into perspective. You, in that splash second, you're thinking, gosh, I would have lost it all. My baby, my husband, my family, my friends, you all. Can you imagine? So many things running through my mind. So that made me so emotional. But we thank God that nothing happened. I'm here and I'm hoping to have a fantastic 1 hour or so with you all. So God is faithful. God is faithful. So let's go straight into today's topic. So today's topic, I'm sure you all have seen it. When I put up this topic, I shared it on Facebook and I tagged a couple of people, and it was very interesting because I received so many messages in my Facebook Messenger, through my Facebook Messenger. A lot of people contacted me and they were like, why this topic? Why this topic? Are you sure you want to talk about this topic? Are you okay? Is everything okay? And I was like, yes, everything is fine. And if you really want to know why I've decided to talk about this topic, you need to come to the Bella House, join us together, and let's educate ourselves. Let's tap from each other's fountain of knowledge. So this channel is called Bella Fountain because I believe that we all have a little fountain of knowledge, and we must not underestimate each and every person's fountain of knowledge. So we are here together as a family to tap from each other's fountain of knowledge so we can build a broader fountain together and make a better society. So that this channel, the name wasn't chosen by accident. I thought it through. Hence, I'm very pleased with it with the channel name. So if you're wondering why Bella Fountain TV, there you go. There you have it. Okay. Yeah, thank Yahweh, sis. It would have been a nasty situation today, but thank God it didn't happen. Oh, Auntie Titi says, pretty son is turning 1 tomorrow. Oh, a very happy birthday to the young prince. We wish him God's protection, guidance, and I hope he grows up in the light of God. He follows the footsteps of a Christian young boy. And I know, pretty, that you're an amazing mommy. And may God continue to give you the strength and wisdom to raise him up to be the perfect gentleman and the greatest contribution in his community, in his circle of friends. So once more, happy birthday, young one. I hope you have a fantastic celebration. Please like the video, guys. As you come in, like the video. Don't forget to like the video and share, please. Let's get more people to come in. Russian Bob, my backbone sis, welcome, darling, welcome. Hope you're doing okay. Can you believe, Russian Bomb, we are at 1,000 plus subscribers, sis. Thank you all so much. I've just announced that, so I'm really grateful. I wish I had a glass of champagne. I would have chased you guys, but we need to chase together. So I'll make sure we announce this. Everybody gets a glass of champagne next time, and we can do a general cheers. So let's get into today's topic. So the dangers of bringing your spouse or partner from Africa to Europe. Hi, Belly, my baby girl. Welcome to the house. Welcome to Bella. Yes, welcome to the Bella house. So the dangers of bringing your spouse or partner from Africa to Europe. That's today's topic. So like I said, a lot of people contacted me and they're like, sis, are you okay? Why are you discussing this topic? Because the only reason they asked is because my husband joined me as well here in the UK. And so they were like, is everything okay? I was like, well, if you want to find out if everything is okay, you need to join the show and you watch. And then you can tell, Ayuk song in the building. Ayuk song in the building. The one and only sister, the untouchable, unshakable. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Who are those looking for Ayobi song? I have the secret code to access her. So please, if you have to get to her, you need to pass through me. You need to pass through Bella. Juicy, my juiciest sister. Oh my God, my support system, my number one. Thank you, sis. I see you. I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, so the dangers of bringing our spouses or partners from Africa to Europe. People start panicking about me and my own situation. I'm like, no, join and let's learn together. So you see, a lot of us Africans, as we know, especially us paysans, there's some of us, when we travel abroad, okay, when we move to diaspora, we leave our boyfriends, our girlfriends back home. So this is for both men and women. This is unisex. I'm talking about both genders, male and female. So we leave our boyfriends, we leave our girlfriends back home, and we come abroad. Obviously, for those of us, Prince Marvin Nation in the building. Welcome, my dearest bro. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Bella House. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. Okay, Russian bomb. My untouchable, unshakable Ayobi song. I hope you ladies don't mind me putting you as my moderator. If you don't mind, just say it's okay, and then I will do that. I have to take permission first. You know, that's just me. Juicy, Russian bomb, and Ayobi song. Please, darling, do you guys mind to be my moderators? If you're happy to be my moderator, please just say yes, and then I can add that. Otherwise, I don't mind. I won't take it personal. Just asking. Greener pasture, my very own sis. Open eye, I see you, darling. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay. Oh, Roshambo, my backbone has said yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. G-Spot. G-Spot, I see you, darling. Okay. So, we leave our partners, our girlfriends or boyfriends back home, and we move to the diaspora with the hope of getting a better life. And because we love them so much, many times or in many occasions, we go back home, we get married, and we have to come back. And as we all know, there's a process that we all have to follow to bring our spouses or partners from Africa to Europe or the Americans. So it's a whole lot of hassle, a whole lot of hassle. Okay, it's first of all, to start with, it's a very difficult phase in your life because it's so treacherous, it's so challenging for the two of you to be living apart to start with. Because I'm speaking from experience, because I was away from my husband now for a very long time, and it was very challenging. It's very challenging. Anybody who's been in a distant relationship, that'll be a topic for another time. It's very challenging. So when you decide that you want to spend the rest of your life together, you've got to actually come to that common decision as to where you want to settle. Do you want your wife to come back to Cameroon, or do you want the person in Cameroon to come to Europe, or do you want the person in Europe to go back to Cameroon so you guys can start a family? So, but then for those who choose to come to Europe, this topic is for you. This topic is for you. Okay. So we come to hot bugs in the building, the chubbiest and prettiest of them all. I see you, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're very much welcome. So this is for you, for all those who have decided that they want to start their family here in Europe. Okay, so you have to listen carefully. Right. So a lot of us, we meet through different means. We've known each other from way back home, or we have actually been introduced by someone, maybe a mutual friend, or we've actually had arranged marriages. I know there are some cultures that actually do arranged marriages. Definitely not me, because I knew my husband now for goodness me, we've been together for, wow, 15, 16 years. And so and there's nothing wrong with either way of them, either means of meeting up. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. So when we meet each other, we decide, we come to the decision, we want to get married, we want to settle together. We have to now decide if we want to be in Africa or we want to be in Europe. So if we come to Europe, there are certain challenges that we face. And some of these challenges have a long-lasting effect in our relationship, a huge long-lasting effect in our relationship. You know, it's a very happy moment when your partner finally joins you in Europe. I can't tell you, it's one of the happiest days. I remember when my husband was coming to join me here in the UK, I didn't sleep the whole night before. Let's just talk about the whole visa application process. You're praying and fasting. You will know God. If you've never known God before, you will know God then, okay? Very challenging. I was away from my husband. I need to read this from this phone here because it's further away from me, the one I'm actually casting from. Yes, hot boss, you caught me live today. Yes, darling, you did. I was away from my husband 6 years, but we stood strong and finally reunited with so much love. Yes, greener pasture. Yes, sis. It's always a nice feeling. Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. It's a beautiful feeling. It is a beautiful feeling. Yeah. And the feeling increases when you guys meet after that long period of time. It's very beautiful. I remember I had to travel every year to go back home. I had to make an effort to go back home every single year. I had to make the effort. Okay, because that's a commitment you make. I mean, I don't think about anything else but to think, I love this person so much. You want to make sure you spend that time with them. As much as you don't have that huge amount of time to spend together, but you want to make the most. Okay, especially if you're working. Those of us who are here in Europe, when you're working, you don't get that huge amount of holiday allowance to go back home. So if you're lucky, you can get 4 weeks. Okay, and so mostly it's 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, unless you're getting some you're going on sabbatical or some other unpaid leave, then you can go for 6 or 8 weeks, but it's very, very rare. So you will always spend that much money to go back and see them and spend some quality time with them. But the end goal is to make sure that you guys come together and you live together. That's the end goal. So, but then when all this is happening and the planning is taking place, there are so many things that we forget to put in place. Back Colombia in the building, the sexiest man in 237. Ladies, watch out for him. I hail you, darling. Welcome to the building. Yeah. So when you now bring your spouse home here in Europe, there are people who face a lot of challenges. I'm not saying everybody face these challenges, but you've heard about couples who are struggling, like, the situation about Kayamata. We all know what's happening with Kayamata situation, right? For those people who have been following. Okay. And there are so many other Kayamatas somewhere, be it male or female Kayamatas. They are out there. And that's the reason why I've decided to make this topic. Like I've always said, my topics are actually influenced or motivated by things that are happening in our community. That's what I do. Okay. I take things that are happening currently in our community, or just has happened recently, and I talk about it and how we can learn from it. So then you bring this person here in Europe. The situation is all very, very different. Okay. It's all very, very different. The setup is different. The system is different. Everything about Europe is different. And don't forget this, for the people who have been in Europe already, whether you like it or not, once you've lived abroad, okay, your way of thinking changes completely. It changes completely. And what we forget is our spouses or partners who are back home, they are still the way they were because they're living in a different society. The culture is all different. So we are able to understand that side of the culture in Africa as well as a culture here in the diaspora where we are. And so we have to then bring them to live with us. And there are certain things that we take for granted. And these are the things that actually lead to the, the boil up or the little conflicts that we have in the relationship when they finally join us. Situations where you have a spouse. I'll give you an example. I like to talk also with good examples, okay? I had a friend, right? And this friend, I saw a comment there. Exactly. Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Annie. Guys, Annie Egalite, that's one of my sisters. Please, she's got a beautiful channel as well called, I think it's Thoughts with Moye. It's on YouTube as well. Please, if you don't mind, check out her channel. You will love it. She does great reviews. Please. Distance relationship is not be your mate. Chai, yes, platform for tomorrow, or plan for tomorrow. Yeah, plan for tomorrow. Distance, it's not easy at all. Like I said, it's not easy whatsoever. L Beauty, welcome, darling. Welcome to the building. Excuse me. Oh, 6 years. You visited Cameroon twice. I will join all kind of prayer lines. Yeah, so focus thinking only about the Maasai. So yeah. So I'll give you an example, guys. So there was this friend of ours, right? She had a suitor here in the UK. And they were so in love, so much in love. And whenever this guy comes to Cameroon, she's all giggly and happy. This guy spoils her rotten, brings her a car and all the suitcases full of clothes and shoes and jewelry and phone and bags. You can name it. Everything that your partner can spoil you or treat you with. This girl had it from this guy. So in the course of the relationship, they finally tied a knot. And then this friend of ours had to come over and to join the husband here in the UK. But then when she came here, obviously we know this guy is living like lavishly, affluent lifestyle and all, because he's spoiling us, takes us drinking here and there. And we are like, wait, our friend has, struck a jackpot, because this is a very rich boy millionaire here that she's just gotten married to. And then this girl comes here, comes to the UK and finds out that this guy is living in a single bedroom house. Okay. This guy's living in a single bedroom house, has to do 2 jobs. They barely have time to spend together. And what do you guys think happened in this relationship? Okay. What do you guys think? Cook School, welcome, darling. I see you. Welcome. What do you guys think eventually happened in this relationship? They started having little arguments here and there. It turned into physical. And then suddenly the relationship came to a stalemate. And just to conclude, they had to go their separate ways. Okay. And that is because this person, the boy, okay, had created this image of wealth, of affluence, of luxury. So this girl, I know some of you would think, okay, yeah, why was she looking at the money and not the guy? I mean, she loved the money and not the guy. Some people are like that. That's just some women for you. Some women are easily fooled or taken away by material things. Okay, personally, me, if one can't chat me be man picking, you can't bring money, this and that. Like I had somebody who wanted to, show interest in me and was like, oh, I'll take you shopping, I'll buy you this. You have a limited budget on my credit card. You can spend as much as you want. Those things put me off. Okay, those things put me off. But there are some girls that will love it. They will bask in it. And that's just the reality. She was one of those. She came, she searched for what she knew was meant to be, her lifestyle. She didn't see it. And then they started having all this argument back and forth. They fell out, had a nasty separation, and in the end, this guy was almost depressed because the wife that he loves and adores had to dump him because he was, showing her all this, lifestyle which didn't really exist. Exactly. They separated G-Spot. They did. They did. What's my mama Alicia saying? Mm-hmm. Okay. So yes, so they separated. So my in this instance, what I'm trying to get to is men, women. When you are actually having a partner or a spouse back home in Africa, you have to be very honest with them. You have to be very honest, because when you go back with those 10 suitcases and all the luxury treats that you give them, that's not the reality of life. That's not what happens. That's not what's actually on the ground. And so you're painting this perfect image. And for those women or those men who are actually taken away or blown away easily by material things, if they can't find it in the end, they will walk away. So you must have invested all that money for nothing. So you have to be very honest with them, sit them down and say to them, listen, this doesn't happen very often. I've had to save over the years, or I had to save over a certain period of time to be able to afford these clothes and shoes or whatever I'm providing you. And whatever money I give you, you have to really value it, because I have to do 2 or 3 jobs a day to be able to maintain the lifestyle that I'm giving you. Or better still, why do you have to stretch yourself to provide such a lifestyle when you cannot keep it in the long term? We have to be very honest with our spouses. Let them know what they're getting into. Okay, there's no need putting this mask on when the real thing behind the mask is something that the other person may not like. Okay, I remember when my husband was coming here, he knew what he was coming into, right? I showed him where I was living, because I was still living single then. So I had my little studio apartment that was comfortable for me. And so I told him, listen, this is what you're coming into before we can start moving ourselves forward. Okay. Some people, they would flash up like mansions and all what not, which doesn't really exist. And when the person comes here and they're looking for this mansion and it's not available, they are going to walk away. So open and honest conversation is what you want to make with your spouse or partner before they travel. Because if you don't, and they come here and they cannot put 2 and 3 together as to why the lifestyle you've been provided to them cannot be continued while they're here in the diaspora, then there's bound to be some issues. And then when you think about the financial aspect of living together in the diaspora, that's another big issue. Okay, that's another big issue that if not handled correctly or appropriately, you're bound to see cracks in your relationship. It's absolutely important, guys. Let's look at this financial thing seriously. It's very critical for every single couple. If you're an African couple, one of you is living abroad and you're coming to join your spouse here in Europe, the financial side of things is something you guys need to talk about in deep detail. You have to be very honest, lay everything bare on the table, especially for the person who lives in the diaspora. You have to be very honest with the financial situation here abroad. The thing is, even if you're honest, it's like there's a spirit once you cross the ocean. Everyone comes with their own intentions. Russian bomb, that's so true, sis. I cannot deny that fact. There are some people who are literally fake it till they make it. Okay, there's some people who fake it till they make it, but this topic is mostly for the people, the genuine couple, the genuine boyfriend and girlfriend who from the get-go loved themselves, got married, and then they are willing to start their family and then move over to Europe or the America to start their life. But they need to realize that there are some challenges that they need to go through, or they will go through, and that is very common. And there are ways that they can use to minimize those challenges. Okay, but I'm talking about the common challenges that these journeying couples are bound or are likely to face when they are here in Europe. Oh, plan for tomorrow. Your day will come. Your day will come, darling. It will come. We've all been there. It will come. It may feel like forever, but it would surely come. Okay. Just keep praying and hoping, and it will come. Trust me, it's going to come. Okay. So the financial side of things is one of the areas where couples always struggle. That's where the danger, one of the greatest danger is. Okay. To start with, the person who is in the diaspora, okay, if they are the ones actually financing the cost, which is most often the case with the man bringing the lady, and sometimes with the lady bringing the man, there's a huge financial strain on the receiving partner. So the partner who is receiving the new arrival, okay, there's a huge financial strain on that person. So that person has got to work extra hard to make the monies. For us, if you're here in the UK and you have to bring your partner, if you're a UK citizen, you're expected to be making £25,000 a year to be able to bring your spouse. And that's not an easy money to make. That's a huge amount of money. And for us coming from diaspora, you must have had to work your butt off to be able to earn such amount of money. Okay, I don't know how much it is for the other European countries and the USA, but that's how much you should be able to earn in a year to bring your partner. £25,000. That's almost like maybe 21 million CFA, so to speak. So there's a huge financial strain on the receiving partner to make sure that every single document is submitted, no mistakes are made. Lawyer fees, you have to pay a huge amount towards legal fees, because it's always advisable to use legal minds in situations like this. Plan for tomorrow. That's what you should do. That's my little advice for you, darling. It's always good to use the legal minds, because they will read between the lines every single paragraph and make sure that all the necessary documents are submitted to avoid any rejection. Okay. So there's a huge cost that comes with it. And so this person is working so hard to make sure that the money is available to process the documents. Psychologically and physically, they're exhausted. Okay. Don't remember, you guys are in a distant relationship. And so they want the support that they can get, every little support that they can get. And every time, if they have to try and say they can't reach their spouse back home, there's going to be an issue. There's going to be an issue, because you're thinking, this is somebody I'm trying to bring back home. I'm stressed here. All I need is somebody to support me, to say, it's going to be okay, darling. It's going to be okay, babe. And they're not there. You just want that emotional support to be there. And if it's not there, that can cause trouble between you two. Fast forward, your spouse joining you from Africa to Europe or America. Right. You used to live on, your expenditures were based on an individual, right? And now you have an additional person at home. And don't forget that this person has just joined you. They are yet to look for work. Okay. And in the course of looking for work, some people can take 2, 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months to get a job. Others are lucky to get a job immediately. Okay. I hope I'm not missing anything. Yeah, Yvette, the money is too much. That's the reality, darling. Yes. It's a lot of money that you need to make to be able to bring a spouse here in the UK. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. I don't know about America. Exactly. All that still isn't a guarantee for a visa, Juicy. Yeah, that's where the frustration comes in. Absolutely. That's part of it. You're so right. Okay. You may even have all the money and the visa is still not granted. And people can commit. You feel like the life has been sucked out of you, when you think about that visa application being rejected. The panic attack, the sleepless nights, going through it. I remember I couldn't eat sometimes because I'm worried. That's why I advise anyone who wants to do that, please seek legal advice. That will help you a lot, because you will go through every single immigration requirement, and they will make sure that you submit. My solicitor was like on it. Okay. It was almost like give them onto the documents that they are so overwhelmed that they can't even go through it anymore. Okay, that's how much you want to give them sometimes. And trust me also, if you're a Christian, you have to put it in prayer, because sometimes you can give everything everything is 100%, and it fall if on the desk of somebody who just woke up or had a fight with their partner at home, and they're having a bad day, and they're just going to go, nope, nope, nope. So you have to pray and fast. Even if you seek legal advice, you have to pray and fast. Yeah, go with your gut feelings. Plan for tomorrow. Go with your gut feelings, darling. Always, it doesn't let you down, especially if you're a woman. Always follow your gut instinct. It will never let you down. The ladies here, you can testify. A woman's gut feeling, it's always 99.9% of the time is right. Oh, Special Winami, welcome, darling. Welcome, sis. Special Winami, that's one of my favorite YouTubers as well, guys. Please check her out. She's very creative. If you want to know how to recycle your stuff and make your house all nice and fancy, that's the girl to check. She's really good. L Beauty, what's everything? So yeah, so the financial side of it. So just thinking about the rejection keeps you stressed, and it causes a strain in your relationship. Fast forward, the person comes here, and then you have to sit down. You used to spend just for yourself, but now you have to spend for a second person, which means your finances are stretched. Don't forget, you've just spent a huge amount of money to get this visa process sorted, and this person has to take a while to get work, okay, or to get into the employment system. So there's a strain in your relationship because that income is not coming in. So you find yourself arguing over little things like bills, okay? You're very cautious about your electricity bill, or you're talking about you're telling your partner, please turn off the lights, please, flush using if you're having the toilet with 2 buttons on it, please flush when you pee. When you do number 1, you flush with the light flush button, or when you do number 2, you do the heavy flush button, and little things like that, and the heating and all whatnot. And for somebody who is just coming from Cameroon, they're not used to, that's an adult, they're not used to all these restrictions and rules. It's very mind-boggling to them, okay? They're struggling to understand why. It's almost like they're treated as a kindergarten kid, because they're not aware, they don't understand the severity of the utility cost in the diaspora, okay? And so they will start behaving funny, almost like you're controlling me, almost like you're a puppet, okay? So if you don't have those conversations, there's bound to be an issue, okay? From the get-go, if you have to bring them here in Europe or America, you need to sit down with them and talk. I will suggest why they're still back home in Cameroon or wherever they are in Africa, and say to them, listen, while I'm there, this is what I do. I pay bills, I do this and do that, and this is how much that's going to cost me. Obviously, when you come in, this is how much we are likely to spend, and I don't have this amount of money. We have to get into the employment system as soon as possible. Personally, we were already looking for a job before my husband got here, okay? Because I was thinking, you don't know how long it's going to take. So we're already applying. So he already had in mind what he was looking for, if you guys know what I mean. And I was already submitting the application. So literally you have to be on top of things. That's what I mean. Even if you're a man or a woman, this is for all of us. It's all a joint effort. You have to be on top of things. Okay, you have to have this conversation. It's like, I need to start employing. It doesn't matter. When you come to Europe, trust me, it doesn't matter if you have an engineer degree. You're not going to find an engineer employment as soon as you step your foot into it. Trust me, that's not possible. So get ready to get your hands dirty. It can be in care, it can be cleaner, it can be security, it can be a checkout clerk, it can be anything. So those are the kind of conversations you need to have with your partner whilst they're still back home in Africa. Because if you don't and they come here, please remember to like the video, guys. Remember to like the videos as you come in, please. Exactly, G-Spot. Always go to the government website and ask all those things. Yes, I see somebody mention this Keller situation. Yes, that's one of the, I need to give that as an example. Prescott came, he is a pharmacist, okay? And the wife is saying, Keller is saying, oh no, don't get a job, hold on and look for the bigger job. I think it was more of a prestige thing for her. It was more of a status thing for her, because when I look into the situation carefully, that's what it was. It was almost like she doesn't want her friends to laugh at her or make mockery of them, of like, your husband is a carer, or your husband is a security man. Trust me, work is work as long as it's putting food on the table. You see me, so the girl, show me say money the inside toilet. If I clean shit, dig pit, money the inside, I'm going there. Let this pretty face not fool you guys. I'm digging deep. I'm going hands deep. And that's the kind of mentality that people need to have when they are coming here in Europe. You need to drop your big man or big boy or big girl suit or big girl skirt and get ready to work. Okay, once you're in the system, then you can find your way and improve yourself and move up the career ladder. We need to be real and have these conversations with our partners. Okay, we need to be real with them. And sometimes if we don't tell them and they come here and you have to tell them now, oh, you know, you have to go and be a carer, or you have to go and be a cleaner, and you didn't have these conversations with them, they're going to be very reluctant, and that's going to cause trouble. It's almost going to be a curse instead of a blessing for bringing your partner from Africa to Europe, because then they're very unhappy. They don't want to do this job because they're thinking, good gracious, I'm going to leave my teaching job. I was a professor, I'm a pharmacist, and I have to come and clean some old Oyibo people's butt. But that's the reality. Okay, I remember when I told my nieces, when I came to this country, I was a carer. They were stunned. You should have seen the looks on their faces. One of them is here. She's actually here watching us. She'll probably laugh when she hears this. They couldn't believe it, because that's the reality. And those are the kind of serious conversations that we should be talking with our partners, so they know that they have to come and do these things to be able to, you know, to actually live a happy and comfortable life with the other person who was already established in Europe or abroad. Okay. Right. And so let's still talk about this economic side of things. This economic side of thing is, that's a situation you've heard about, a lot of people thinking, oh, I brought you to Europe. Oh, I brought you to Europe. And you have to, let me not go to that first. Let me finish this before I go to that point. Actually, still coming with this bill situation. And so when you get a job as a partner, okay, you coming from Africa, you still need to sit down and have that serious conversation of how you need to pay the rent, how you need to pay the council tax, and how you need to pay those utility bills. Ladies, I know the situation where a lot of people are thinking, oh, equality, equality, equality. Yes, equality is all around, because sometimes we only pick and choose when it's favorable for us to say equality for us women. Trust me, here in the diaspora, if you're in Africa and you're watching me and you have to come here and live with your spouse, if you're a man, especially the men, you need to realize, or a woman, it's a 50-50 situation. You have to contribute towards the bills, a 50-50 situation, because you cannot overburden one person with the financial load. You can't. You cannot. Because if you do, trust me, the person who was already the receiving partner is bound to start having this anger and frustration towards the new arrival. And that can have a serious effect in your relationship and that beautiful love life that you've created, or that perfect picture of a union that you've always wanted in your relationship. So have that conversation. Who is going to pay the rent? Who is going to be paying for the utility bills? Who is going to pay for the council tax? And who is going to do the food shopping? It's absolutely important, because if you don't do that, trust me, there's bound to be trouble. And you'll be thinking you would rather have that person stay in Africa and you guys operate like that, back and forth visitation. But all of this can be fixed if you sit down and you have those conversations. Okay. And then let's talk about a lot of people. You see, the person, this is very common. Yeah, but this was very common for the men. But I now see Miss Keller is now the champion on social media. I feel so embarrassed when I talk about this girl, because what she's done to this guy, regardless of whatever has happened, okay, it's despicable, emasculating for any man. Any man. I just think about this man's mother or parents to watch or listen to some of these voice messages that his estranged wife has been putting out there about their son. If you bring somebody to Europe, it doesn't mean that that person becomes your puppet. And that's one of the dangers that we face here in the diaspora. A lot of people, or some people, do that. And that's very dangerous. You bring somebody here, you expect them to be at your beck and call. But that's very unfair, because you know it's a new environment for them. They barely know anyone. They haven't had their feet to the ground. And so you feel like you can control them with your little remote control, which is arrogance and intimidation. Arrogance and intimidation and mind control. And that falls under domestic abuse, because that's emotional abuse. A lot of people do that. Okay, you bring your poor wife from Africa, she comes here, and then you keep her and say she's not going to go out. You take her during the winter time. Oh, white lion. Winter time, no coat. You bring your wife, and it's during the winter time, and you don't buy her coat. You leave her to be in sandals. And then you probably go to a charity shop and pick up 1 or 2 clothes there and just treat her like a JJC, as you guys will call Johnny Just Come. That's very dangerous, whoever is doing that, because trust me, the day this woman is going to find her feet, or this man is going to find her feet or his feet, you will regret ever treating them so disrespectfully. You will regret it, because they will go in retrospect of what has happened to them, or retrospect, they'll be very, in retrospect of what has happened ever since they set foot in Europe. And trust me, they keep account of everything that happens, and they're going to slap it right back at you. It's very important that we know that. Okay. We are seeing all the emotional play being done on Kayamata. Princess Tyra, first of all, let me applaud Princess Tyra, guys. I applaud you so much, darling. You're my younger sister, but I've seen you grow a lot. You've grown a lot, okay? And you're doing a fantastic job. I've said it to you before. I'm going to say again. Sometimes in life, sorry guys for the digression, but I had to say this. Sometimes in life, you cannot control people's action towards you, okay? But you can actually adjust your reaction towards their action. People will let you down so many times, but you pick up yourself and you move on. Don't carry someone else's burden on you. That's my little advice to my baby sister, Princess Tyra. Right, let's get back to the topic. So you have a lot of people who come here and they sponsor their spouses. They sponsor their spouses, which is a fantastic thing, because then you want to grow together. You want to make sure you're financially good together, right? Madams, welcome, madams. I see you. Welcome, darling. Big mommy, welcome, big mommy. Some people don't like the truth. While I was in Cameroon, I told my partner I can't cook. I don't work. I lie a lot. And I lie Kongosa. But he accepted me at the time because of my beauty. G-spot. G-spot. But good for you on that bravery when it came to your honesty. Good for you. And it's very dangerous for somebody just to love you for your beauty, because remember, people, beauty depreciates, but character doesn't. Okay? Beauty will always fade away, but character will forever be in there. I know they say people will change. People do change, but trust me, if they're good people, the good would at one point supersede the evil in them. So that statement that G-Spot has made has so much weight. So don't go looking for somebody just because they are beautiful. They have to have depth in them. And if they're honest, they've told you, Keeping it real. My radical princess in the building, darling. I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me. I was saying how great of a job you're doing. You're doing a fantastic work. I've seen you. You're like my younger sister. I've watched you over the years. I've seen the growth in you. You're doing a fantastic job. I've said it to you before, and I'll say it again. Okay, you cannot control people's actions towards you, but you can actually control your reaction towards their action. And please never ever overburden yourself with some other person's trouble. Okay, even if it's a sibling, don't take it too personal. Okay, darling. This one has some terrible thing. Oh, Sisa open eye terrible me. So me, I be charity case scam this super chat a Bella found. Yvette, this my baby sis is crazy. Don't worry. Don't worry about super chat. You can see super chat your big sis. Don't you know that? Don't you know? You're welcome, Tyra. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come. So yes, so as I was talking, you come, you bring somebody from Africa, you sponsor them, which is a good thing. They go to school, they gain some education. Most of the times professional qualifications, which is what we want, why we are here, because we want to make the money. The reason why we come to the diaspora is because we want to better ourselves and help our families back home. But that doesn't give you the monopoly over that person's life, the person you've actually supported or sponsored to school. It doesn't make you their demigod. And that's what a lot of people fail to understand. A lot of people bring their partners, support them, and then they try to control every single aspect of their career. Some women, after their qualification, they get a job. Their husband needs to know how much they're earning, when they get paid, and that money needs to be presented to the husband every single month. I'm speaking I'm speaking because I know of a situation like that. Everything I'm saying is because I know a situation like that. Okay. So this is something that has happened that I'm aware of. I'm talking, which is very painful, because if you want to get the best out of somebody, you've got to support them, give them the freedom to fly, the wings, to explore the system as well, just like you did, and you're in a better situation. If you clip their wings, how do you expect those people to grow? And when you're trying to clip their wings and they're adults, don't forget, as they go to work, they make new friends, they listen to people talk about their own situation and how they operate at home, and they compare the way they live in their own homes as well. And if it's not a good one, they start rebelling. And that's when we hear a lot of people saying, oh, they don't kill, so man don't kill woman when a nurse for America. This situation of killing your partner was very common last year. I was like almost throwing up. Every single month is one person has been killed by the husband because the husband sponsored her and she became a nurse, and then she now thinks she's the boss, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the story, right? Okay, so there can only be two situations in such stories. It's either the husband has been so controlling of this new arrival of a partner or a spouse that they get fed up and think, you know what, the fact that you've brought me to Europe or to the diaspora, it doesn't mean I owe my life to you. To some people, it's almost like you owe your life to them. You don't have to put somebody under such pressure. You don't do that. You don't. I brought my husband here. I earn more than him, but he still gives me money every now and then out of, oh, greener pasture. You're blessed, sis. You're blessed. That's a real gentleman there. You need to hold on tight to that one. You're blessed. Because the truth is, for us, the women, it's very common that we, the women, the ones that bring their partners from home, are likely to earn more than them. Okay. And that's also an issue. That's also an issue because we are, there's a temptation to be very arrogant on the part of the women. Just because you earn more, you want to treat your husband like a piece of shit. And don't forget, as an African man, they know their place. Okay, they know their place. They actually look out for respect, and we should give them the respect that is due. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why people have issues. This is one of the almost like a curse to a relationship when it's a woman that brings the man and the woman is earning more than the man. Don't forget, first of all, that's naturally it's intimidating to the man to know that you're earning more than they are, and then add a nasty attitude on top of that, like Kayla. It blows everything out, you know, out in the open, and it's going to be a catastrophe. Rebecca Ako in the building. Hi sis, welcome. You're very welcome to the Bella house. It's good to see you, sis. Thank you so much for joining. She can't. That kind of woman be married again. She can't, because who would want to recommend her to their brother or their son? My God, who would want to? I mean, the voice messages are everywhere. A woman who treats a man like that, that's terrible. It's terrible. When I was listening to voice messages, my heart was pounding. I was pounding. My heart was literally pounding because of what I was hearing. Okay. Exactly, Russian bomb. She will meet her match. I pray so, to be honest. I pray she meets her match. Woman for treatment begins so. I never see that kind of thing. I never ever see him. I'm not gonna lie. I never ever see him. Oh, Basi, welcome, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Bless your heart. Thank you. So difficult. Shit happens when you come here. For me, I wanted to try different things. It became an addiction. Now I am in number 4 and counting. G-Spot, you need to, the advice I can give you, sis, is you need to find find that thing that you're very passionate about. Okay, you need to find that thing you're very passionate about, and you need to go for it. Because when you're trying to do all these many things at once, your attention is being diverted, and you're not paying the focus. I mean, you're not granting that energy on one particular thing to make sure you give it your best, so your full potential is not being realized, if you know what I mean. So that's my sisterly advice to you, to focus on what really gets you going, you know, what you get a kick out of. Your passion, what are you passionate about? That's where you should be going, because then it becomes, you enjoy it because that's what you love to do. Don't forget, here in the diaspora, it's a different situation. Maybe something you wanted to do back home will be different than what you want to do here, based on the opportunities that you have. What do you want? That's what you need to go for. Okay. So Annie is saying full closure is key. Most women who bring men abroad do it from a place of love, but some of the men bring women to come and help them work more money to complete their projects back home. That's absolutely right, sis. That's absolutely right. And I know that's what I said, and I mentioned before, that some bring the women, they need to know how much they're earning when they get paid, and they need to bring their check every month and give it and present it to your husband. Okay, and I'll say to any woman, don't allow yourself to be used like that. Never. Don't you do that. I will not say to any woman to do that. Trust me. Sorry, I won't. If you're coming to hear from me that you should, no, you shouldn't. Okay, because you guys have to work as a unit, a mutual project. You should work towards it. Your money is your money, his money is his money, and then you guys have to have your joint monies together, like in a joint savings account, which is for your projects back home. So you're all bringing in as much as you can, okay, based on how much each and every one of you is earning, right? And we have to be very careful with that. Please, you don't bring somebody's child here to slave them. And like Annie has put it rightly, this can cause a serious problem in the relationship. That's why I said the dangers. This is one of the dangers of bringing your spouse from Africa to Europe, because then you want to treat them like a money making machine. That shouldn't be the case. Okay, so we're talking about people who sponsor their wives, right? So you sponsor your wife, she graduates, you're controlling her. And on the part of the other the person who then graduates, some of you, when you graduate, you feel like you're untouchable. You feel like your partner shouldn't question you. You feel like you've gained your independence. You can fly and you can talk to them however you so please. Trust me, you're calling for trouble in your union. You become this different person. It's almost like an alter ego pops up when you gain your financial independence. This is very common with the women. This is so common with the women. Okay, you come, you join your husband here. You're also nice and humble, well behaved. He sends you to school. You get a good job, and as soon as you get a good job, you grow horns. Some of you grow horns, and you want to be the man in the house. There cannot be two captains sailing the same ship, or sailing at the same time, sailing one ship at the same time. Okay, you can have two captains, but one will be sailing, one will be directing. They can't all be on the wheel together, pulling the ship or the boat. And if that happens, there's bound to be a crash. Because who is going to lead? There's going to be a tussle for power in the house. Okay, so because you've seen the money, you've tasted the money, you're thinking, wow, he can't control me anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do, because that's what I'm making my own money. You cannot talk to me. I'm my own boss. We cannot do that. You have to still respect the person for the fact that, they have gone out of their way to sponsor you to get a qualification. So it's a two-way thing. So you, the sponsorer, it gives you no right to, hold that person to a ransom because you sponsored them. And you, the person who's gotten the qualification or has been the benefactor, it doesn't give you any excuse to be disrespectful or minimize the help that your spouse or your partner has actually offered you. Because if you do, there's bound to be a disaster in your union, and the both of you would rather, you rather wish you were living separately, in Africa and in Europe, and just, moving back and forth like that. And then there's the issue of family support, pressure from family, the external pressure that comes with it when you bring somebody from Europe. Trust me, when they come to Europe, be a husband or wife, their family member will be expecting that they will, for example, be sending them money non-stop. And for some people, they do that without the knowledge of the other partner. That's a recipe for disaster in your union, because the day you get caught, you're breaching the trust in your union. And when trust is breached, it's like you have a cracked plate, a nice, have a beautiful china vase at home, and you drop it, it cracks. It doesn't matter if you glue it together. Those cracks are always going to be there. You don't want to break the trust in your relationship. So the family members, despite the pressure they're putting on you, every financial support that you're supporting back home, is always important that you're discussing it together as a union, as a family, not doing it behind, each other's back, doing it, without the knowledge of the other person, almost like you're sneaky. You don't want to do sneaky, slippery businesses behind your partner's back. It's a recipe for disaster, and that we don't want in any union when you're bringing your spouse from Africa to Europe. Yes, Obasi, I've used Keller situation to teach the people. I've said it again, time without number, that when you bring your partner here, okay, in the Keller situation, Obasi, like I said, when she was stopping, what's his name now again now? Prescott, from having a job, from going out there, as soon as he came here, when he was stopping him from getting a job, I think he was coming from a place of pride. a place of pride. She didn't want the husband to go be a carer. She didn't want the husband to go be a security guard or car washman, you know, because she didn't want her friend to think, oh wow, the almighty careless husband is a carer, you know. So sit back, and then the guy sits back, and then you're going and bashing him of saying, you can't bring money, you're a useless man, you don't work, this is my house, you can't pay rent, move away. So that's really nasty. That's why I say that's abuse, domestic abuse, psychological abuse, mental, everything. That's the most dangerous form of abuse, because this guy knows nothing. He's still trying to understand the system. He hasn't got a job. He was earning his keep while he was back home. He feels helpless being here in the UK, you know, and this woman feels like, because it's almost like she's got the power in her palms. She's got him right here, and she knows that she's got him. And the poor guy is so scared. If I were him, trust me, I will go straight to the police, because it's a domestic violence situation, or I will go and ask for my quali. Use it to ask for my quality choma adoro, you know, because that's what he needs to do. He should, I hope he has people advising him correctly so he can get what is rightly his. Yvette Mokom. Mm-hmm. L Beauty. Oh my God. L Beauty. Oh my God. Women. Okay, so we talked about the family pressure. Okay, the family pressure. There's so much pressure from the family. You need to send us money, so please don't do it. Be very careful. Always discuss. It's always nice to send the money plan, and you can send it together. This month you send it to your husband's family. This month you send it to your wife's family. Of course, there are gonna be cases of emergencies. If there are any emergencies, or something just comes up, you know, unplanned, and then of course you can go out of your way to help. But it doesn't mean you have to go behind people, your partner's back, to help your family members. No, we don't do that, because that's only going to cause rift in your marriage. Right. There's also the pressure of, you know, when you come together, you know, especially for us who were single and we didn't have kids before, there's that pressure of starting a family. And you guys know how the in-laws can be like. Some in-laws, right? The real African in-law is like, has it happened yet? Has it happened yet? So when are we expecting? So there's so much pressure on the couple, okay, when the other person joins the other one in Europe or America. There's so much pressure. And if care is not taken, that can break them down instead of build them, because especially in the case of the woman, if you're stressed, your hormones are not going to be very receptive to a baby. Okay, so you're stressed, your body hormones are not going to be receptive to a baby, and the next thing you hear, your in-laws back home are singing you to be a barren woman. And then there's, you know, that little trouble starts creeping into your union. Start creeping it into your union. Okay, so it's very important that we make it and give a clear boundary to our family members when we are, you know, when you join your partner back here in the diaspora. Both of you need to make it clean and clear that you're starting your family. Remember, you are the ones having that responsibility. You have to plan. No, not like Cameroon person, the job born, birth control not day for Cameroon, you know? Birth control not the day. People just born anyhow because you have so many hands to help. But here in the diaspora, people plan to have a baby. People save to have a child because it's very expensive to have a baby. You know, you have parents saying, oh, when I get only one, only two, well, when I add them again, no, when I born more. Then the born more, now we'll go look at them. You know, we'll go look at them. And typical, some in-laws who are very unreasonable with, you know, insulting the poor girl who has just joined the husband to say, oh, you're infertile, you can't have a baby, or you're very wicked. Why would you only have one child? You're not a real woman. If you're a real woman, you'd have held your husband to, or if you're not a real man, because if you're a real man, you'd have had that woman pregnant 3 times already. And that's already a psychological torture. And that is putting so much pressure on the both of you. And then you find yourself arguing over childbearing. Okay. Whereas these things can be avoided when you're back home because everybody's so relaxed. One of you say back home, put a job born so easily. You job born, one just see person, one try so bam, belly enter. Go and try so bam, belly enter. Because they are very relaxed. They relax, they don't stress so much. Who wakes up at 4 a.m. to go to work, and then if you come back, you sleep, and then you pick a child. You in the evening you go and do a little 1 or 2 hours job and come back. There's so much stress in it already. And so when you have other external family members nagging right and nagging left, how you expected to relax to conceive? And even if you conceive, the stress of it all can even make someone to lose a baby, to be honest with you. Okay, the stress of the whole situation can make somebody to lose a baby, and then you're being labeled as this lady who cannot you know cook up a baby and bring forth life. We have to be very, very careful with that. Very, very careful with it, to be honest with you. Right. Yeah, well, G-Spot back home is not as relaxed as we think, but it can never be compared to the hustling life here in the diaspora. It can never, ever, never. Trust me, I used to hustle a lot, when I was back home. I was a hustler from the get-go. But once I arrived here, I saw a different level of hustling. It can never be the same. Okay, it can never be the same. And also remember, people back home, if you want to have 6 kids, you can have 6 kids if you wanted to, right? And if you're earning your keep, you're having a reasonable salary, you can have a nanny. But here, the cost of a day nursery here in the UK, if you are going to pay 76,000 CFA for a day nursery for your child, and if you're doing full-time work, times that by 5. How much is that at the end of the month? How much is that at the end of the month? That's how much you can pay for childcare. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The family members should stop putting pressure on the couple to have many babies because they are going by their pockets. We don't have that luxury here in Europe. And if you're doing that, you're putting more strain in the relationship, and you're just, pushing them to get to a breaking point. If you really love them, allow them to do their family planning by themselves because they know what is going to work best for them. Mm-hmm. Just for a get problem. Me, I take 4 years, born 3 pikin. Then time my husband come. I was so wounded. The stress, exactly. Greener pasture sis. Thank you. The pressure is too much. It's so, and the truth is, most often it's the ladies that give away their career, and the husbands have to go and work. And trust me, it's very hard. For example, myself, I just had a baby. My baby is 19 months old. She was 19 months old yesterday, my little chubby munchkin. She was 19 months old yesterday, right? So when I had the baby, it doesn't matter if I'm earning more than my husband. I have to give up my career for my husband. He's a typical African man. There's no way he's going to let me go back to work. So he wants to work to look after the family. So my poor darling is here working so extra hard to keep the boat afloat. Okay? He's working so hard. I feel so sorry for the poor man. Sometimes when he walks in, I look at him and think, I'm so guilty because he's trying to, still maintain our lifestyle and make sure we are still comfortable with the baby and myself. And, it's all about us. But at what cost? At what cost? So this is what we don't have in Africa. And it's having a strain on the relationship because you don't have that special quality time to spend together. We don't have that quality time to spend together. And it's only through those quality times that you keep the romance going. Okay? You keep the romance going. And if the romance is not there, it slowly fizzles out and you don't have that spark. It's dangerous for any relationship. It's dangerous. And that brings us to the social aspect, the social dangers of bringing your spouse from Africa to Cameroon. That brings us to the social aspect, and that's going to be our last point. Yes, Belly. Little Miss Ray of Sunshine. Yeah, greener pasture is a superwoman. Greener pasture, you be superwoman in Europe. To have that and still going, sis, kudos to you. It's not easy. Anyone who knows it's not easy at all. Okay, maybe I'm going to find it easier when I have the second, but it's not been easy having the first. It's been very tough. And if you're one of those women who, you've always worked, work has been part of you. Like literally, I've always worked, I've always been working since uni. Even when I was still at uni, I used to go and work for the GCE board, because I used to, during the GCE marking period, I would go and apply, and we would arrange papers and put them together and whatnot. I've always worked. Finished uni, I was working for my friend. I was a salesperson. I always worked. So when I had the baby, and just the fact that I had to stay for a year or more because of the COVID, if I wasn't strong mentally, I would have been depressed. Okay, I would have been so depressed. So it's not easy at all. And if I'm not in a good state of mind, I've just had a baby. That's why you have a lot of women go through the postpartum depression. Okay, postpartum depression is real, and that's because of the stress. How many postpartum depression cases do you hear in Cameroon? Because you have a lot of extra helping hands. Okay, when I had my little ray of sunshine, we went back home, I felt like I didn't even have a baby. I have to beg and say, when I bring that pikima breastfeed them all, because I had so many people around to help. But you don't have that here. It's just the 3 of you. Or in some cases, like greener pasture, the 4 or 5 of you. Okay, so it's so much pressure. That's the danger. But then we still have to manage it. You have to come to a compromise. You need to understand each other and discuss some ways on how to overcome that. Sis Garetta in the building. Hi, sis. Welcome. Thank you so much for making it today. You're very much welcome. So that brings us to the social aspect of it, which will be our last. It is very hard. Childcare abroad, open eyes, very, very hard. That's what I was saying to G-Spot. Very, very hard. You can't compare it, the situation here and back home. The social aspect of it. You're doing fantastic, greener pasture. You are an amazing mom, superstar. So the other person. So when you come, you bring one of the new arrival comes. Okay. Don't forget, the social way of living in Cameroon or Africa is completely different from what it is right here. Okay. Every Friday night or Saturday night, you have the time to go and visit a friend or go to a nightclub or a nearby bar or restaurant and catch up and have some fun, boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, or go out for a date or meet up with friends so easily. Okay. But for the person who comes here, you're already settled here. You're used to the whole system. You know it's not happening. You don't even know the name of your next door neighbor to start with. That's just to tell you how difficult the social situation is right here. And then you don't discuss this with your partner who is supposed to join you from Africa to Europe or to the diaspora. You don't discuss it. You don't make them understand that that's how serious the lack of social interaction is in Europe. You don't tell them. And then when they come here, that nightclub where they used to go all weekend, and if you go, the time that you used to spend, remember, with us here, we go and visit them. Because we're going just for holiday, we have that time with them, that huge amount of time we are spending. Please remember to like the video and share, please, as you come in, please. So we spend that time with them. Yes. Toddler. I'm having a toddler. It's so much work. They're running around, pulling everything, and that's when they're more at risk, because they can't actually identify danger until they get hurt. Think, okay, I've learned my lesson. So remember, when you go back home for all your visitations, you have that time to spend together. So every day you're in a nightclub, you're the chopped soya, you're eating your roasted fish and pamplemousse and drinking your Jack Daniels left and right. Life is good and rosy. And you don't make them understand that that's not going to be the case when they come here. Okay? And every time you do that, that's the expectation they're having. They're building that image in their head. That's probably what life is going to be like when they join you. Okay? And then they join you, 6 to 6 work. The two of you are cooking in your house. You are going to work, for example, oh, life in Europe. You have different timetables, especially if you're doing different jobs, right? You have two different timetables. Sometimes you barely see each other. You only see each other when you're going to bed at night and you're all tired. You can't even have any intimate moment. Okay? There's no social life. Even the little meetings that you go to, some of us are afraid to even go there now because of the gossip that surrounds it. The amount of gossip. When I see how Sweden they take over Okongosa, the amount of gossip. A place where you're supposed to go and meet your friends that you haven't met for months and relax and feel at home for once. People are kind of shy to go there because they don't want to be caught in all this blackmail and gossip now. And so this person who has joined you is going to feel lost. They're going to feel almost like homesick because the things they used to do, they can't do it anymore. You're already psychologically, you've been prepared because you know how it works, but they will be struggling. And you see them become so moody and down and low in their personality, and you're wondering why. And that's just because they are missing what they used to, what they're accustomed to. Okay? What they're accustomed to is different to what they are actually experiencing at the moment. And you feel like you're not having that same partner, that flamboyant personality is not there anymore. And that's because they are feeling like, you know, they're not themselves because they are social butterflies. We are all social butterflies. And if you want to restrict us, we feel lost sometimes. And that's how this partner is going to feel. And that's going to kill the little vibe in your relationship. And it's going to make it feel not spicy at all. And you'll be thinking to yourself, was it really a good decision to bring them over? You know, so it's always important, guys. Let's round up this topic. I always try and keep it. This is the longest I've ever done. It's always very important, whatever you do, if you have to bring your spouse. It's an amazing feeling, like we say, especially when you're in having that distance relationship. Like they say, distance make the heart fonder. And that's true. It's always lovely. And so you always look forward to seeing each other. And even the best is when you have to bring the other person over to stay with you, so you can have that fairy tale life that you've always wanted together. But before you do that, please have those important conversations when it comes to your finance and the way of life, and the also the impact that external forces like friends and family members can have in your union. Have those difficult conversations. Make sure they know that it's almost like a 50-50 situation. The social life here is restricted. Okay, and they have to get a job. It doesn't matter what job, Kella, let the boy have a job. It doesn't matter what kind of work is. If you want a man to pay bills and rents in your house, allow him get a job. Let him go get a job. It doesn't matter if he's a porter, a kitchen porter, a car washer, or toilet digger, or whatever. Let them have a job. Let them do something, because a man, especially for the men, if they can't provide to the family, a real African man, he's going to feel worthless. If a woman is providing him meals every day, he's going to feel emasculated. And you don't want that for your husband, because trust me, if a man is feeling emasculated, he's not going to perform properly. He's not going to have that macho-ness in him. And you're not going to enjoy him. And that's why you start seeing people saying, Mama say, this thing. Your husband's aubergine looks like a cucumbiaco, a mushroom. Who says that? It can only be like a cucumbiaco or a mushroom because you are terrorizing the man and making him feel less of a man. If you make him feel less of a man, of course, the aubergine is going to shrink every time he looks at you, because he doesn't fancy some radical being around him. Okay? He doesn't fancy that. Exactly, greener pasture. Exactly, greener pasture. This life no balance. I not tell them. So please, guys, so as much as we want to bring our partners from Africa to Europe, let's remember, have those conversations. So then it will be a blessing rather than a curse to have them join us. Let's try and avoid this, so that we don't have those situations where people bring their husbands or their wives here and they come 2-3 months, they run away, and you hear cases of people looking for their spouses and gunning them down. People going back home in body bags or coffins, in cargo segments on planes. We don't want that to happen to any of our family members or friends. I don't want it to happen to any of you watching me right now. So please remember, talk to your friends, tell them, share this video. Let's learn. Like I say, we tap from each other's fountain of knowledge. We can save ourselves and make our community a better place. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you for sticking up right up to this moment. And I'll give a shout out to my lovely people. I hope you all have enjoyed this topic, because I have. It's very close to my heart, so I hope you have enjoyed it thoroughly. Wow, Europe good, yeah, no be lie. In the Middle East, maternity leave is 45 days, annual leave 30 days. No, you can have a year. You're allowed a year Yvette, you're allowed a year, but you can go back before the year ends, because the maternity leave slowly gets reduced, you know, to nothing. So it's better for you to go back, because you have to keep up with the bills. Otherwise, it'll be a burden for one person alone. I know someone that his wife brought him from Cameroon, but when he got here, he refused to work. So he spent all his time sleeping in the house all day. Too bad. And the wife worked day and night. No, it can't work like that. No. It doesn't work like that, Mama Alicia. That person needs to get their ass kicked, because they have to work. They have to work, because how is this your friend meant, or this person meant to keep up with the bills? The utility bills are going to go up, because now you're dealing with two persons, not just one person. So they've got to work. If they don't want to work, and then maybe they need to move out, you know, because if you love somebody, a man who loves their wife is not going to watch them or see them suffer and work so hard and end up dying. Who is going to look after, if they have, goodness no, if they have kids? So no, I don't buy that. L Beauty is saying USA maternity leave now 6 weeks. No, we have a year here in the UK. L Beauty, sorry darling. Short test. Oh, thank you darling. Obasi, thank you darling. See, bills in Germany is not easy. It's not easy anywhere, Mama Alicia. It's not easy at all. And you know how it is now with COVID and the new financial year. All energy bills have gone like up off the roof. So we know how it is like. As expected, you always deliver thanks, Auntie Bella. Oh, thanks, Belly. Thank you very much. I love that you joined the show. I love when you guys join the show. So I'm just going to give my shout out to my lovely family. And guys, thank you so much again for the 1K plus subscribers. Thank you all. I can't thank you all enough. All of you, I'm going to give you a shout out. It's because of you that we are actually having the 1K plus subscribers and counting. So please keep sharing the show. Thank you, Open Eye. Thank you so much. Sharing the channel. Let's have more people. L Beauty Sisters, thank you so much. It's been an interactive show with you all here. Obasi, thank you, darling, for joining. Dominion to Dominate. First time here, my love. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Welcome, and I hope to see you next time. G-Spot, thank you, sis. Thank you, Greener Pasture, my superwoman. Thank you, sis, so much for being here till the end. L Beauty, darling, I've called you. Thank you so much. Keeping it real. Oh, the Radical Princess, the beautiful one. Thank you. Hotbox. Thank you. Mama Alicia, my love, my boo. Thank you for always being there, 100% supporting. Belinda Ngo, my baby, baby. Thank you so much for being here. I always like you. Come and learn from your auntie stroke grandfather. Yes, grandfather, guys, because I'm her grandfather by tradition. I know it's going to shock you guys, but that's going to be a topic for another day. Why I am called a grandfather. Okay, Juicy Scoop, my support system, the strongest. Thank you, sis, for being here. Plan for tomorrow. Thank you, darling. I hope you enjoyed the show. Ayobi song, the untouchable, shockable. There's untouchable, unshakable. There's no other. Thank you, sis, for always being there. Thank you so much. G-Spot, I called already. Auntie Titi, Sis Goretta, these are my aunties, my sisters. I love you all so much. Thank you for the support. You pushed me, especially Sis Goretta. You were like, Bella, when are you doing the show? Poster, this and that. So thank you so much. Because of you, we are where we are. Open Eye, darling. Thank you so much. Keeping it real. The Barren Lesbian TV, the most radical of them all. Thank you so much, sis. La Belle Dame. Thank you for joining, darling. I hope you enjoyed the show. Health and Zumba Master. Oh, thank you, sis. You are here. I appreciate you very much. Who else are we missing here? I've called Juicy Russian Bomb. My backbone. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate you all so much. Who else? I've called my Auntie Titi. Atkins Diamond, darling. Thank you for being here. You've always been here supporting your girl. So I really appreciate you all the time. Yvette Moko, my one and only baby sis. Thank you. Your place day. I love you so much. I hope you all have enjoyed the show. Please, as you go out, like, and I'm going to see you guys next Friday, but I will drop a video in the course of the week. Okay, the course of the week. Peace person, my love. Oh dear, my sisters, my mama. Thank you so much for supporting your girl. Honestly, I really appreciate you so much. Thank you, Labelle Dam. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Everybody, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Goodbye. Love you all. Bye. If I don't block anybody. Oh, this is my people. I feel like I shouldn't go. Thanks keeping it real. Thanks, Tyra. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Atkin Diamond. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. You all have a fantastic weekend and see you soon. Bye, Obasi. Bye, darling. Obasi. I like your name, Obasi. I like that name. Looks like a name of someone great. The name of somebody really great. Bye, L Beauty. Love you, darling. Bye.